I wanted to express myself to say, all right, here's me in a genuine form. So I always believed in being both. I believe manners maketh men. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta say please, thank you, open the doors, hold your family down, hold your community down, hold your people down, be kind, be friendly, never bully anybody. It was a certain code I came up with, so when I came out, I wanted to make sure to let people know I was both. I didn't want to just be portrayed as just a gangster. I wanted people to know I was an actual gentleman as well.
Everybody make some noise for Styles P for pulling up.
Thank you.
Stage One podcast.
Thank you.
Stoop to store, legacy to legal. You know how we do, and we got Styles P. He is a legend in this cannabis game. He's been at the head of debate since day one. We've been having weed debates in the streets forever. You know what I mean? Since way before the shit was legal. So here we are. We're going to talk about weed. We're going to talk about music. We're going to do what we do. So first things first, we're going to just go with a classic question that we ask every guest because it really moves. And we talk about it on socials and shit. You know, that's important. How do you feel about spray packs?
I don't fuck with them.
Stage One podcast. This one is fucking legendary, people. Right, Rick?
Yes.
Got Styles P live in front of an audience in the parking lot of 2-year anniversary party here at Stage One, followed by a performance. Amazing. You're in for a real treat with this one. We got some brands that helped us out. They were here for the event, and they really brought it home with us, and we're going to shout them out, and we want to give a big special thank you to these brands.
Yeah, shout out to Jetpacks, Untitled, High Gardens, Littles, Briars, Back Home, and Heirloom for sponsoring the event. We really appreciate you guys. Stage One.
You're in for a treat. Here we go. You ready? Oh, shit. Let's get it.
All right. See, that's what I'm saying. Everybody hear that?
I don't fuck with the spray.
You don't fuck with spray. You gotta.
Nah.
How do you like? What's your take on it? You wanna expand on it a little bit, or?
Well, if you could spray it, that mean it ain't good enough from the jump. You got to throw some extra spray on it.
Right.
You got to get it extra right. That mean it ain't what it should be from the original. And plus, I'm a grown fucking man. I don't want a spray pack. I want a genuine, authentic, great strain without having to be sprayed.
Facts.
Like, you know what I mean? Health-wise, you got to, like, anytime a person could cut a corner and they gonna cut a corner, that means there's something that ain't right from the jump. That's how I look at it. Exactly.
Yeah, it's not to be trusted.
Yeah.
And so we make a very big distinction between spray pack and infused because a lot of people might confuse the two, right? There's many different ways to infuse, right? There's like people are infusing bud with distillate, and then that distillate will have terps in it. What's your take on that? Like terpene infused distillate weed versus spray pack. Do you see a distinction?
I'm gonna put it like this. I've been smoking weed for a very long time. I consider myself a connoisseur in the game. I'm lucky enough and fortunate enough to know all of the top players in it. So I kind of just cut to the chase, go to the people that I feel have good strains or good strains that I like or that I fuck with, get it directly from them. And if I'm gonna infuse some hash, I'm gonna kind of infuse it on my own.
Facts.
Or fuck with a company that I feel that I have trust in, or I believe. I get high to get high.
Facts.
Yeah. Like the song.
Not to taste it.
Like
Yeah,
the song.
I want to get high. I want to feel it. I want to get to another level. And if you gotta spray it and do all kind of shit with it, I'd rather not. Me personally.
Facts.
I don't really, I try to not knock what other people do because get your bag how you get it. But when it comes to smoking, I like to smoke clean as possible. I'm smoking a joint now because I'm outside. But if I was in the crib, I prefer the bong.
Okay.
I prefer the gravity bong.
Make
I
some
prefer
noise
a
for
water
the bong
bong.
hits in the crib, right?
Do you use the The one that flips, that gravity.
Yeah, I use the
Yeah.
gravity and I use an old fashioned water bong as well. But I think it's
Was it student glass? I think's the name.
same way I'm on a health tip. I think that's the. I don't think I know that's the healthiest way to smoke.
Sure.
So it just makes sense. So I'm one of them kind of dudes.
Yeah.
I like that. I like a nice clean hit.
Yeah,
You ever used the volcano?
For sure.
Yeah, I fuck with the volcano
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I got a volcano, gravity bomb. Any weed device you could think of, I have it.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite one to smoke out of?
Gravity bomb.
The grab one, the one that
Yeah, I like
flips.
that. I like the gravity
stunner?
bong for two different reasons. One, how high you get and how fast you get high off a gravity bong, I think is impressive. And then you don't have to be super excessive every day. I'm an excessive weed smoker.
Yep.
Yep.
So I like something that could kind of cut to the chase, get me there. And then economically it's smart too. If you just wanna get really high, you don't want to fucking smoke a bunch of time wise and money wise. If you don't want to smoke all day, before you leave the house, hit the gravity bong and you lit.
Word.
Yeah, I know a lot
saves
of people
weed.
that
Saves a lot
save
of
money
weed.
from the
Yeah.
gravity bong,
Yeah.
big time.
For sure.
You seen the Tyson gravity bong? With the
Yeah, I
gloves?
actually just saw Tyson just now. I'm literally off a flight to Germany,
Oh, that's wild.
straight to here. So yeah, Tyson, we was on the same flight.
From Germany?
Just now.
Just now?
Yeah, just now.
Oh, that's
I
wild.
swear
That's
to you,
wild.
Tyson was on the same flight with
It's
me.
wild.
That's crazy. I was
Yeah,
just watching
that's the
Star
homie
Trek.
anyway.
Shout out to Tyson. He
we-
got weed. We
yeah,
selling
he
Tyson's
definitely
weed in the
does.
store. Yeah.
Make sure you know,
Hell yeah.
make sure you
the
support Big Bro.
You still
What we use it for the ashtray?
it's been rumored that you consume about 1.5 ounces of weed a day. How much is that? Is that still a thing you do, or is that?
No, I do more edibles, hash hole, gravity bong, and I actually try to get high as I can without smoking as much.
Yeah,
anymore.
edibles.
I
are the
smoke a
most-
lot, but I like to say if I start with the gravity bong, catch an edible, I'm high for a few hours, doing what I gotta do, running around, doing my hustle. Then I hit another hash hole, gravity bong again, edible.
You find that
and
like
I'm fucking
that-
stuck pretty
when you,
much.
Yeah, when you hit that. For me, when I eat some edibles, right, it might creep up on me, and then when I smoke a joint or something, or I take a bong hit, that shit'll just creep up.
Yeah,
boom,
it'll
hit me.
fucking blast you.
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
smoke, are you smoking? Are you paying attention to like indica and sativa? Is that something that you really are intentional with, or are you just more so looking for what?
Yeah, I
what
like
speaks to you?
definitely. So I smoke sativas for like if I'm coming off a strong indica high, then I eat. Then you want to smoke for me, I want to smoke a sativa after.
Mhm.
I like a nice jack.
Yep.
A good fire jack always kind of brings you back.
Yeah, I heard that's your favorite sativa.
And I like to get stoned. So before that, I like a heavy indica. Very gassy. I'm more into dank and gas than candy.
Oh yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
candy's the way
All of us
the
are.
Yeah.
the young fella, and I don't mind the candy. I don't mind a good strong candy, but for the most part, I like it gassy. I like it danky.
Mm.
How are you picking out your smoke? Like, are you going based off smell, look, taste? They're just like
Yeah,
combination of
I
it?
think I think you naturally just from smoking. If you smoke a certain way, it's like food. You naturally have a nose for what works for you and what
Yeah.
doesn't.
Yep.
And I could kind of go off the first smell and know if I'm gonna really enjoy it
Yeah.
or not just from smelling it. And
Yeah, that
that's-
sense of smell and sense of taste kind of like it
Yeah.
blends together just like food. So it's like if you
goes back to the spray shit. That's why I don't like spray.
yeah,
Some spray shit smells good, but then it don't smoke good,
yeah,
and that's not cool at all.
nah,
The biggest dupe ever.
They figured
I
out
can't
how
do
to
the
make
spray
shit smell good
at
and be
all.
dirt.
yeah,
It's like good smelling dirt. I hate
Good
that
smelling
shit.
dirt.
Facts.
Shit is whack. So we've been having this on our socials. We interviewed this guy AJ Sour. He's like supposedly one of the first people to
Yeah.
like bring sour to We interviewed him like a second episode because he brought some to the legal market
I
through
got his
Flower
strain
House.
right here, actually.
Yeah,
The Brain
that's
Force Plus.
His
yeah.
that's one of his genetics or whatever.
Yeah.
So he so we chopping up some of his clips or whatever of the pod. That shit goes crazy. But there's like definitely a hot debate over like the origin and the folklore behind the sour diesel. And I know you're like you have like a history with this with sour and shit. Do you know any of that early like 90s folklore of all the people
Yeah.
involved and shit?
I know AJ been in the game for a long time.
Yeah.
But also I know generations get things confused. It's sour, then it's diesel, then it's sour diesel, and then it's Poulet. They're not all the same thing.
Yeah, facts.
Everybody thinks they're the same exact thing, but it's not.
Yo, he's dropping jewels. Everybody hear that? Sour is different from sour diesel, is different from diesel. That's 3 different strains. So everybody that thinks that's the same shit,
Yeah.
listen to this guy. He's dropping some knowledge. He's dropping some jewels.
They're not all particularly in the same family. Like New York, just sour at a time was different from sour diesel, and everybody thinks it's the exact same strain. It's actually not.
Yeah.
It's not. Like you got sour diesel, then you got diesel, then you got sour, then you got Poulet. So they got all kind of their own different backgrounds, time periods, what happened with it, who was doing what, and I believe I think that's kind of the. That's how it goes when it comes to the sour game.
That's facts. That's a very insightful.
Like sour diesel is not Poulet.
Right.
Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's close. They related, but somewhere something was crossed with something else, and
wouldn't you say it's similar with haze though? There's like many different kind of like the haze from Dykeman ain't necessarily the same from like.
Yeah, it's a lot of hazes as well. Like
yeah.
Piff ain't the same thing as white haze that you're gonna go get in Amsterdam.
Right, that's a fact.
Like purple haze, white haze ain't the same kind of haze.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's
silver haze is
the
not
Cuban
the same
black,
as
the Cuban black haze? They got the.
No, what I think really
African
happened is as time goes on and technology advances, people start talking about things that they wasn't actually there for, and may confuse things, which is naturally going to happen one way or the other. But somebody like you may have not been there for certain packs, and then the pack becomes legendary. Then somebody names that pack, their pack after that pack, but doesn't make it that pack.
Do you think it could be maybe something like as time goes on? That's how you were saying, like one lineage might have made it to a different grower or a different place, and then like
you get a fire strain, and then go back and hit it 6 months later, and it could be the same strain, but they didn't grow the batch the same.
Right.
It didn't come out, they cured it too early, too late. Shit don't always equal out to what it always is.
Right.
Even from the same exact grower, you don't even get the same exact batch each time.
And then there's genetic drift too, where like over years the strain's gonna change. Like
and somebody got their hands on it, crossed it with something else, tried to make it stronger.
Tried to speed up the
so
flower
everything
time.
is. I think like me, I really consider myself more of a stoner, and just from my nose and my taste buds knowing what's really good. But then there's people who I know a lot of growers and a lot of people who own. I know fucking everybody, to be honest with you, and how they kind of go about it. Everybody, it's kind of different. So you may get something that's maybe super fire next batch, but they might have gave it to you premature this time. Or they may have took it off too early, too late. They didn't talk to the plants in the right way. It wasn't a good vibe. The energy wasn't up. It's a lot of different shit when it comes to bud.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Like, you know what I mean?
Do you have any experience with growing?
No.
Yourself? No.
I just got experience with smoking from friends that grow.
Gotcha.
But me personally, no, that's why I say I consider myself a stoner from being able to smell and taste good bud. But if it was to say when it's time to grow, I don't know shit about growing. I know somewhat about growing just from my friends who grow. I've been to some of the world's most elite grows, period.
Right.
Like you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I do know, but I don't know as much as the guy fucking growing it.
Right.
I'm just the guy that say after you grow it, go here. I can tell you if that shit is fire or not.
Right. I feel that.
That's my expertise.
And
That's like, you know, and I think a lot of people get that confused in the weed game. It's a difference between a chef and the consumer.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You could be like, I could be a connoisseur and going to 5-star restaurants, and someone else is a connoisseur at making meals for 5-star restaurants. And I think people get the worlds confused. Like just because you know greats, you know great growers, don't mean you know how to grow.
Sure. It's two different
Just
things.
because you're a great grower don't mean you know all the fire strains either.
Oh, exactly.
So it's a it's a funny world when it comes to the bud.
so you're a partner in a dispensary opening in Yonkers. Is that correct?
Halfway.
Halfway.
Yeah, it's not in Yonkers. It's on 145th and Broadway
Oh, okay. All
in
right.
Harlem. Yeah, Strange for Life.
Strains for life.
Yeah.
And so you also have a juice bar that you've owned for a long time.
Juices for Life.
You're like a serial entrepreneur out this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Not just you're not just rapping and making music, but you're out here opening businesses.
Yeah, I
and
like the work.
communities
I like the work. I think
and you feel
gotta
like
work.
feel like you could take that the knowledge of the juice bar, like running that kind of retail operation with the public and employees and all that, and then translate that over to the dispensary. Are you planning on taking any of that knowledge, or you think it's totally different?
I mean, I feel any business where you're going purchaser to seller, it's the same but different with each product. So one, I know good bud.
Like good juice.
I know I'm a stoner, and I know what people want. So I feel it's a walk in the park. Like I said earlier, I know all the great growers. I know all the great brands. These are my friends.
Yeah.
I just told you I left Germany. I left Germany at a weed convention.
Oh, that's fire.
I performed basically for a bunch of weed vendors. So I'm very familiar with the game.
Are you finding that like performing at weed events is becoming more common? Is that like more, because here we are at a weed event, you're about to you're
Well, I've been performing at weed events before they became weed events. Before it was when it was unpopular, when weed wasn't legal anywhere. It was illegal on a lot of things. You got to understand, I may get high 20-something years ago.
Right.
Good Times is a record that I made 20-something years ago. So it's a stoner's anthem. The stoners love it, and we just keep it pushing from there. So fortunately, from making that song has put me in a circle of all of the great growers, great dealers, great distributors. I've been getting great free weed for most of my life, and I've been buying great weed for most of my life.
Do you have
Like, you know what I mean? I was talking about getting high before it was kind of popular.
right before it was mainstream. It was always
Branson pack,
counterculture or
right?
whatever, but-
Shout out to Meth and Red. I always give them the nod as the first East Coasters to really, be on that shit. And
Shout out to
I'm just
Cal.
part of that
Cal's in
culture.
the building. You know what I mean?
There's a bag back there for you that they got for you too, with some samples.
I got a
Oh,
Tical
Tical?
box.
Yeah,
I might got
you
one of the
a
first-
Cal box, right?
I might have one of the first Tical box.
I bet you. Yeah,
I lost
bet.
my key. I'm trying to figure whether to break in it or not.
Oh damn.
Do I break in it? Do I just leave it? I
Oh,
don't know.
locksmith.
Yeah.
He'll get you in that.
Nah,
Through all
I
the,
could break it.
different events that you've done and different places this journey has taken you, do you have any crazy stories or like crazy smoking sessions or like crazy long blunts or anything that you can remember?
I would say I have experienced historical sessions. Too many actually to name, but one I could say was when me and Burner was making Vibes, the Vibes album, collab album we have. one of the most legendary smoking sessions ever.
Mm.
And that's when the Cookies and Jungle Boys collab dropped.
Oh, man.
And all of the collab flavors they had
That's crazy.
was there. So many legendary smokers, too many to name, was in the building.
Mm-hmm.
We were all smoking together. It was just shit going around the room nonstop,
Right.
facing off nonstop.
It's fire.
Just pretty much a legendary session. So I would go with that one. B Real was there, Wiz was there,
Damn.
Burner was there, myself was there, Jungle Boys was there,
That's
the Cookie
crazy.
staff was there.
That's a crazy set.
I'm missing a few other people but it was so crazy, and it was really just amazing to see. It started off with everybody, kind of the whole room smoking, but then it kind of went down to certain people smoking, and that was just kind of just amazing to watch. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, I've smoked with Snoop before and had freestyle sessions. Me kissing Snoop, so I've been on tour with Spitter.
Fire.
I mean,
How do you
you
feel
name it,
about
I've kind of
everybody,
done
yeah,
it.
you got 'em all.
You know,
as far as a stoner.
talking about Cookies and Jungle Boys, right? They have two kind of different ways that they went off into the industry. Like Cookies kind of went off into this merchandising, creating like a brand that's so recognizable you could put it on the outside of a dispensary and get people to walk in just because of that. And then the Jungle Boys really focus more on a genetic side. Like they kind of started in the same place, but they just took two different paths. But they also collab. So how, like, do you think that those two different paths have like one's more like one is better than the other, or just the difference of?
No, I think whatever path you choose to take, I think people take paths that work for them.
Yeah.
And whatever path works for you is the path you should take.
That's facts.
I think one thing I don't like about the cannabis industry is that it's become too much of an industry. I think with it being so much of an industry, we lose the way of the stoner. And one man, I might get high and feel and see some shit you don't. You may do vice versa. But the point of it is that we all getting high and we all enjoying ourselves. So I think it's become such a big industry that there's so much money involved. But I believe people lose the purpose of what the industry is for.
Or what
Like
the
you're
plan is
supposed
about,
to, yeah,
right.
you're supposed to do what you feel works for you as a stoner. Like this is what works for me. This is what I want to do. This is how I like the game. This is how I view the game. This is how I look at the game and go about it like that, instead of he got this success, she got this success, they got this success, this brand did this brand did that. It doesn't really matter. That's why with Strain Gang, like I've done collabs with just people that I love. I've done collabs with Ted, Alien. Shout out to him. I've done it with Doja. I've done it with Fieldsy, my brother from Skittles. And it's kind of just saying, I just want to work with people who fucking make great weed and smoke great weed and hang with people who want to get fucking high, and everything else falls short after that.
Facts.
So I think when it comes to doing whatever you want to do in the cannabis game, you just gotta kind of do what works for you.
Do you?
If
Facts.
there was
Yeah,
any
man.
regulation you could change, now that you're in the industry and you have to actually adhere to these laws and OCMs, if there was anything that you could change, what would it be?
There would be more unity in a community when it comes to cannabis. If there's one thing I would change in the cannabis industry is the naturally anything when it comes to a dollar, you're supposed to be a hustler, get up, get to what you're doing. But I think the competitiveness in the cannabis industry takes away from the way of the stoner, the way of the brotherhood. I'm not mad at you if you're gonna make a certain amount of money. I'm not mad at you if you're doing better or worse than me. And everything shouldn't be so competitive. It should be more of a, if you smoke weed has often been a common denominator between races, cultures, creeds, sizes, what's going on. Weed was often a common denominator to say, I fuck with this because if you fuck with it, like I've gotten some of the best weed in my life off of white people. Like just to be honest, like you know what I mean. Old guys who don't fucking listen to hip hop and do certain shit and just going in other places and just being able to find weed just from. It ain't always been gangsters. It's been hippies, been backpack people, been geeks, been nerds, been technicians who we all have the common denominator, which is we're saying I want to get high, I want to get lifted, I want to be connected with the earth, and I believe the competitive how we compete in the cannabis industry is kind of fucked that up somewhat. It's like they take away from the way of the stoner, and I think that's the wackest shit.
Nah,
ever.
Yeah, it's real cutthroat.
Yeah,
it really is.
cutthroat.
Yeah, it's real
It's-
cutthroat, and I don't like that kind of shit.
A lot of people just moving from place to place. Like it's just like there's like
Yeah.
no continuity and shit. It's like I don't know.
Yeah, I think that shit is
A lot
whack.
of us been here since the jump, and we're here 2 years now. You know, and it's like that's kind of rare in this industry.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Well,
we
it's a good
definitely
thing.
have seen a lot of fuck shit happen. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people come in and do dumb shit and whatever. It is what it is. It's like it's always, you know, you have big industry, like you were saying. There's so much money being made. You have these like multi-state operators. I don't know if you're hip to all now you're in the industry, in the legal industry, hip to all the slang and shit. With there's some that are playing nice, and there's some that have, you know, kind of shit strategies, and you just gotta figure out who's gonna do. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough because this is supposed to be like a bunch of people from New York starting an industry together, and that is where it started. And then the injunction came in and kind of, you know, it said it's unconstitutional for you to keep people out of state commerce. It just because, but you know, fucking cannabis isn't legal federally, so what the fuck we talking about the Constitution for in that regard too? But then they opened the floodgates, and now everybody's in. It's like it's so weird.
This is what I'm gonna say. Get to it how you got to get to it. I'm gonna leave it right there. However you got to get to it, get to it. When it comes to the bud, I tell people you got to figure it out, and it's so much money to be made in this industry. There's a way for you to get to it one way or the other.
Hell yeah. How involved are you in the day to day of the store the dispensary? Like, do you have? Are you more of a silent partner, or do you have some kind of
Nah, shit is called
Say.
Strains for Life.
strength for life? Right. So you're
Anything
you're
for
a
life
loud
is-
partner.
Yeah, anything for life is I'm right there. Shout out to my folks from Indoor. Those is our partners. With anything I do, I make sure to link with like-minded people who have the same goals that I have in mind. So the relationship is good. And shout out to my partner. Oh, he's the one who makes it all happen.
No doubt.
And this is something we said we was gonna do for years. We fortunate enough to do. As I said, knowing the industry, we knew the things to do so we could actually end up here.
Yeah.
We end up here and we happy about it.
Hell yeah. Now I'll probably see you at some of these cannabis conventions and shit now.
Yeah, for sure. I'm always at cannabis conventions.
Speaking of, actually, I saw the video of you at Reverie 3 years ago,
Yeah, I fuck with Reverie Tough.
and I'm
Were you there last
curious
year?
at the
And
end.
this past year?
There was a moment when they asked you to rank all the smokers, and then the audio cut out. I'm curious, like what
That's
was
crazy.
going on with the audio? Like there's something.
I don't know what happened with the
you don't
audio,
know, there's
but
some technical difficulties.
yeah, I mean, you know, there's you gotta smoke how it works for you.
Yeah.
I think as a smokers, I always shout out Cheech and Chong and Bob Marley. They're the original OGs of the shit. We gotta
yeah.
shout out Doc and Red. I mean Doc and Meth.
Yeah.
We gotta shout out Snoop.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's about like, you know, these are just we're the famous smokers.
Sure.
But I think smokers are culture, smokers are religion,
Absolutely.
smokers are way of life. And there's people who do it and there's people who don't do it.
Sure.
And just enjoy when you do the shit. Like, you know what I mean? There's so many. Then we got Wiz, we got Spitter, we got Dizzle, we got so many. Be Real, we got so many people who's legend in the cannabis field. That it's just about enjoying, man.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's some guy on the couch right now who we don't know what his fucking name is, who probably could outsmoke the world.
That's a fact, though. Word.
Like, you know what I mean? Some lady as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's just about enjoying the flower, enjoying the plant, and having a great time.
Taking
It's a
the ego
ride.
out of it.
This motherfucker smokes more than anyone I know right there.
How you feel about like spliffs or mixing grabba in with the pack? I know you're more of a healthy smoker, but
Yeah, I used to smoke a lot of grab. I was one of the first people smoking grabber. So, be honest with you.
yeah,
Uh, but I feel the grabber has a certain level of addiction that the THC has as well. And then a lot of people are more addicted to the grabber than they are the THC.
For sure.
So you got to give yourself a chance to have the balance to know which one actually works for you. So I like my joints grabber free. I've been grabber free a few years. When I used to smoke grabber, honestly, I used to smoke like fucking 20 something joints a day, and I've always smoked excessively for a very long time. And that's why over the past few years I infused using my bong more, hash holes, edibles, because you want to still be able to, in case some shit happen, you want to be able to make sure you can run a few miles. Smoking 20 joints a day, it gets difficult to run a few miles. So I'm on a mix of a halfway of feeling both worlds. So I just try to smoke clean as possible so I can move as much as I want and not be. I'm already addicted to cannabis, so I don't want to be addicted to cannabis and grabber. I try to limit my addiction, so that's why I really don't fuck with the grabber, to be honest. On a personal tip, it's just about saying I want to limit my addictions. I don't want to be addicted to a bunch of shit. I just, I already got to deal with it being addicted to the cannabis, so I want to limit it as much as possible.
me
Also-
personally,
And be able to fucking run as much as possible in case some shit happen. You gotta be able to get the fuck out the building.
Also, when you're smoking that good ass weed, the tobacco kind of, dumps
You miss
it
the
down. You
taste.
know what I'm saying? Yeah, absolutely. You know?
miss the
That's why I
flavor of
stopped
it.
smoking Dutches. You know,
Yeah,
it's
you
just
miss
like,
the flavor.
yeah. I was like, I'm spending all this money on this weed, this beautiful weed, and I'm putting in the tobacco.
Yeah, I think a lot of people
you know?
who smoke a lot of backwoods and heavy grabber don't get to appreciate the taste
No,
of the
not at
bud.
all.
That's why I tell everybody get the bong. Like, cause even if you're gonna smoke that way, most likely you're gonna continue to smoke that way. But at least get a bong at home so you could say, I could taste this shit in its raw element form, and a bong straight up nothing. See how high you get, then see how high you get. Smoke it in it, whatever way you smoke.
I think it's a different buzz out of a bowl or a bong. I think it feels
Yeah,
different.
bong, you get fucking high. I dare you to light a 50 piece in a bong. You can roll up a few eighths and heavy ones and some even raw. Even a couple raws.
Yep.
But I dare you to put that much in a bong in the morning. You're gonna be fucking
Oh, so
laid the
fucked
fuck out.
You ain't doing nothing.
You're gonna be
Nah.
laid out,
You
won't
ain't doing
achieve
nothing.
anything for the day.
nah.
You can't get up and throw an eighth in a bong.
Yeah, nah.
Think about
Just by
it.
yourself,
Real shit.
yeah, nah, it's a
I
fact.
dare you to get up tomorrow morning and say, pull out my gravity bong, pull out my water bong. I'm gonna pull out an eighth and smoke this whole shit. You're gonna be fucking laid
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
You're gonna be high as
Done.
fuck.
Yeah.
That's why I love the bong. It brings out the truth. Cause smoking, sometimes you just become addicted to lighting up. And that's a real talk that we gotta have. Some like me, I like to light up. I wanna see the smoke. I wanna inhale, exhale.
I quit smoking
But you could,
cigarettes and I started smoking more
it's a
I
joints.
dare you to
ritual.
hit a fucking edible and take an edible, then hit the bong, then hit a hash hole. You're gonna be fucking laid out.
Word up. Hell yeah.
I like
That's
to
a
wake
fact.
up in the morning and have a cup of coffee and a joint. That's like my ritual. You know what I'm saying?
That's good
It's
money.
like first thing when I think I definitely smoke an excessive amount of weed as well, and I think it's because it's like I've been self-medicating my ADHD from a kid. Never,
Join the club.
Same.
Yeah, shit is-
Most of us have.
yeah, right.
Most of us have.
I've noticed that hiring all the other weed heads that work here, I'm owning the dispensary. I met everybody, you know what I mean? Like just like you said, like you fucking know everybody. And you just realize how neurospicy everybody in this industry is. Like all the people that are attracted to it. You're like, oh shit, we've all been self-medicating with cannabis for our whole fucking lives. I'd much rather that than Ritalin though.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
But
That's
where it
my
comes into
take.
the
I agree with you on that one.
Hell yeah. Before we get off the weed subject, and the New York subject, do you got any New York brands you're fucking with at the moment? Like that you like?
I fuck with all brands. I fuck with who. Let me tell you this: if you got dirt, I don't fuck with you. If you got fire, I fuck with you. I don't like to put as I was saying earlier in the game. Yeah, New York is new to the market as far as selling, but New York runs the market as far as anything that's going on.
Consumption.
California people sell the most weed to New York people.
Yeah.
So
They've
I
been
don't like
getting
to
rich
put
off us for a
cannabis
minute.
in a fucking box. Like even with what's going on in the industry, like even to the New York growers, I would say you haven't been growing as long as Cali. So what's wrong with having knowledge of what they do and how to grow? Like we don't. I think it's too much separatism when it comes to the cannabis industry, and I'm all for oneness. If you get stoned, I don't give a fuck where you from. You could be. I travel a lot, so when you travel a lot, you have more of a global mind state. So it's like I fuck with smokers and growers from everywhere. So that's how the cannabis industry should be because that's how you continue to learn. Like that's the only way we all get to learn. And like Maine has fire,
That's where all my favorite weed comes
Denver
from.
has fire,
Yeah.
Detroit been had fire for years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bay, one of my favorite places in the world, the most fire. I would say LA after that. Oregon. Shout out to my bro C-Town Gabriel. It's fire almost fucking everywhere where there's people who love weed. There's somebody
Absolutely.
going, we're gonna make sure there's some fucking bomb ass weed here. And that's what it's all about.
When
But
you lea-
as far
when
as
you
the
lead a
New York
country-
industry, we lead the market. We lead the market in dictating what's gonna happen. So hopefully everybody grows fire.
That's what I said when we first started. That I think New York is going to revolutionize some shit.
We
It's
already
gonna-
revolutionized.
I
it.
went. Years
Years ago before it's been like I'm looking at the mark like I'm older than you guys, so I look at it like this. The only thing that changed for me when we got legalized, it was just fun to be able to blow on a cop and say, blow my smoke on him and watch him not be able to react. Other than that, nothing really changed. It's been a market where we've been outside forever.
Yeah.
You're used to making it happen because that's what the New York market is. The New York market is a market that's going to make it happen regardless. Like New York's been flipping packs forever.
Facts.
If it didn't become legal, New York would have still been flipping packs.
Yeah.
That's
It
what
became legal
that's
in
what
New
kind of
York.
state
It's
it
still
is. So
flipping packs.
it's still
Let's-
flipping
you know what I'm
packs.
saying?
So
It's
is
right
so is
now. Yeah.
so is everywhere. Anywhere
is
there's a
everywhere.
legal market, there's a black market.
The West Coast
Absolutely.
thrives on New York's black market.
Yeah.
To stay.
Still,
Exactly.
to
That's
this
what
day.
I'm
Yeah.
saying. So
The more we
anywhere
become
there's a legal
self-sufficient,
market, there's a black
problem.
market. Vice versa. Anywhere there's a black market, there's a legal market because there's money to be made. And I think New York will always make the money.
How about when
Everybody
you
in
leave
New
the
York.
country?
Absolutely.
What's your? That's something. That's a topic we like to touch on. Just leaving. I'm about to go to Italy, right? And I don't. It's like I gotta find the fucking server with the tattoos. You know what I mean? And be like, oh, you smoke weed, or you gotta go to like the. You know, people everywhere, so you probably don't have that problem. But I'm like, I gotta
I know people everywhere, and there's all I'm gonna say is there's a way to get it there.
yeah, there's a way to get it everywhere, right? Yeah.
We ain't gonna say it on camera and throw the game off. I ain't
Nah,
I ain't gonna do that.
I'm not.
But there's a way to get it everywhere. If you got enough brain power, enough smarts, there's a way to get it there with being smart.
Absolutely.
And
And being
I'm gonna leave it at that.
I think being Styles P doesn't hurt. I think if I was Styles P
no,
going or
it ain't
whatever.
got nothing to do with being Styles P because I can't dictate when I get somewhere somebody's gonna go in a foreign country. They know I'm Styles P. That's
true.
I don't let
That's
my
true.
fame. I'm not
Dictate
a big headed.
that,
I'm not
yeah.
a big headed person. But there's a way to be smart and get it there, and be safe and get it
100%.
there.
Yeah.
I tell you off air.
Yeah. All right. There you go. That's the deal.
I tell you
I've
off
sold.
camera.
I've
Off
seen some
camera.
things go through the air, so
Yeah, I tell you off camera. I tell you off camera. We ain't gonna,
Right
we ain't
on
gonna fuck it
carry-on.
up for
Right
the
on
world and
carry-on.
just throw it out there and
Nah.
be stupid. I wouldn't do that. But there is there's
so
smart
you're-
ways to say, all right, I don't go nowhere. Like the only place I'm gonna tell you like this. I've been in the music industry for most of my life. I've been a New Yorker for all of my life. The only place I haven't brought it to was someplace like Dubai, Abu Dhabi, where I know I could get mad years for it. Other than that, I've got it there.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I would never go. That's why I haven't been to Japan. I want to go to Japan so bad, but I can't smoke no weed in Japan.
It's a way to get it there.
I know there is.
That's all I can
I
tell
ain't
you.
trying to get caught though. They
It's
have
a way-
crazy laws too.
It's a way to get it there,
The
bro.
way to get it there, bro. Now, yeah, Dubai. I've heard Dubai and Abu Dhabi.
Yeah,
I've heard
don't-
crazy
don't-
shit.
I mean,
No.
if you gotta go, if you need to smoke that bad, you willing to risk 10 years or 11 years, just don't go to the place where you're gonna get 10 years or 11 years
That's
for smoking.
Japan.
yeah,
It's the easiest way I could tell you.
That's a fact. That's
Yeah,
why
man.
Scotty ain't never been to Japan.
Yeah.
Scotty ain't never going to Japan.
I don't think so.
I have a quick question, Styles.
this guy right here. Dill's always.
Making Good Times one of the greatest cannabis songs in all time, almost 20 years ago. I just have a question about the name. Did you name it that because 20 years ago it wasn't as accepted? Because most people call a song "I Get High," like the
So do
cannabis
I.
thing. Yeah, so like.
So do I.
Did you name it that because it was more marketable, or
Definitely so. I get high 20-some years ago. Submitting that to the radio wouldn't have been smart.
I remember the radio edit. I get by.
Yeah,
I get by.
So as I get
Yeah.
by, saying you get high back then was
I remember when that shit.
being a proud pothead back then from the East Coast.
Yeah.
When I was kind of wasn't always the thing to do.
Yeah.
I remember when that shit came out. I was like, I fucking love that sample so much, and I was like, where the fuck did that sample come from?
Swiss Beats.
From a producer, salute. From a producer
Swiss
standpoint.
Beats, and he just made it because I got high all the time,
Yeah.
literally.
So he like had somebody sing it, and he made the sample, or he found it.
No, I believe that's a sample of a
It's a
record.
sample of a record, right? When he
I
found,
can't remember
right?
the
yeah.
yeah.
And man, having like you've had like a stable of access to producers like that forever, so picking beats, like, what's your process like for picking beats?
Same way you pick sneakers or pick weed, I take what I like.
And you just, but you like do you take submissions? You listen in the beat. You got people that make them for you and they're sending you beat tapes and
Yeah,
shit.
whoever's sending me a beat or making a beat, I listen to them and I see what I like and
then
I
you
take what I like.
Yeah, that's what's up. That simple.
That's it.
You
Very-
smoke,
very
you smoke
simple.
when you write? Or do you...
Fucking course. Hell fucking yeah.
Have you ever come across
That's my
a
pen and
strange-
pad, the smoke.
Yo, is it
The
true?
smoke
that-
is my pen.
Is it true you write when you sleep, like Jada said?
Oh, yeah.
Is this true?
Definitely.
That's crazy.
Definitely, that's
I
crazy.
don't-
That's why you're the
don't-
ghost.
I write in my head. I don't use a pen and paper, but so I smoke. I like a dark room. I cut the lights off. I lay down and I smoke. And I just kind of memorize what I want to say. I make it sort of like I look at it like I'm making a speech. Although it's a verse, in my mind, I'm just kind of making a speech and just kind of remembering line by line
Saying it
what
over and
I
over
want to
again.
say.
Mm.
Yeah, say it
that
over and
makes
over till
so
I got
much
it.
sense though.
Till I got it in my head.
That you think of your rhymes like you're writing a speech, because every time I hear a Styles P rhyme, it is very like you're fucking saying something. You know what I'm saying? You're not like just writing stream of consciousness just to put a lyric on the page. You're like always you're saying something when you
Definitely.
write. So like the idea that you relate it to a speech, which is something that you think of when a politician going out and trying to make a point or whatever in some sort of important situation, that's crazy. That's fucking dope. Because you do that is a way to get there, right? To
Yeah.
a place where you're saying something.
Yeah, to be honest, like I think in flat out honest terms, something in my mind is handicapped to kind of writing a rhyme. I found that out when I was about 12 years old. I would write the rhyme, but I couldn't remember it or I couldn't say it. And then at the same time, between hustling, having a stock job, working, having homework to do, it was just a little too hard for me to write a rhyme. So it became secondhand nature for me. I would be able to remember it better how I wanted to say it if I actually just remembered it. So it was like same shit in school. I never kind of did homework. I would just go, all right, I'm gonna fucking fail with doing homework. But if I get an A on the test, F in the homework, I'm gonna get a C and pass. So I would be able to read a chapter, kind of memorize everything I read, get an A or B on the test, not do the homework, and pass. So I kind of was used to memorizing,
Using your memory that
using
way.
my memory at a kind of young age.
Yeah.
Can't hustle and fucking write a rhyme at the same time. It just, you can't be on a block with a pen and a pad. So it's kind of like I got used to just kind of saying the shit in my head, memorizing, then it's kind of just stuck.
That's fire.
Have you
I
ever
wish I could write a rhyme, to be honest.
Have you ever come across a specific strain that made you write?
Yeah, a lot of them. Sour, OG. I wouldn't say make me write. I would just say assist me thinking.
Right. For sure.
Assist me thinking. And like for me, I think where weed is today, some of us use weed as medicine, and some people just use weed as an escape. Some use it for both. Some people use it to be calm. I'm a very fidgety person
too.
I like to move a lot. I like to think a lot. It's hard for me to sit still. It's hard for me to be calm. Weed has always kind of helped me with that. So for me, it's a way to bring my energy to a calm. Always feel the energy I have, or be able to channel it, harness it, kind of tame it, level it out. So I feel weed helps with that a lot. So that's what I do.
Word up. We're gonna have to, I think we gotta get to the segments real quick. We do every segment. I was telling you we do like a sneaker segment. So
Cool.
it's called Scotty's Kicks. Scotty's got always a pair.
Scotty got that fire on
Yeah,
it.
he
eh?
got the fire on his feet, and that's not probably even a pair that he's bringing out.
No, it's not.
It's not. Yeah.
So I couldn't figure out what to bring today. Then it hit me. Money, Power, Respect came out in '98.
Yeah,
So I brought the He Got Game 13s.
for sure.
But these aren't a retro. These are actually from '98. You can see the fogging.
Wow, yeah, I see
and
the
they,
fo-
you know,
That's crazy.
they talking to me.
That's crazy.
I wore them and they did that. But yeah, these are from '98. 27 years old.
That's crazy.
So yeah, that's why I brought them shits. Money, Power, Respect dropped in '98, and it's a classic too. Just
that
like
definitely is.
you
Those
also
are.
made many classics. Gangster and Gentleman, top
Thank
5
you.
favorite album for me.
Thank you.
Came out my freshman year. That shit, right when I was like, really becoming me. That shit
No
dropped,
doubt.
and like, just that the name Gangster and a Gentleman like is powerful. You know what I'm saying? It could teach you a lot. Just like if you just, it's just about
Thank you.
both sides of the coin. You're like you
Exactly.
you can do some shady shit, but not be a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And
That's
it was powerful,
literally literally what that was about. It was a way to especially coming up during that time, shit I was going through, living, and I wanted to express myself to say, all right, here's me in a genuine form. So I always believed in being both. I believe a man is maketh men. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta say please, thank you, open the doors, hold your family down, hold your community down, hold
Absolutely.
your people down, be kind, be friendly, never bully anybody. It was a certain code I came up with. So when I came out, I wanted to make sure to let people know I was both. I didn't want to just be portrayed as just a gangster. I wanted people to know I was an actual gentleman as well.
Yep.
I was raised a certain way, so that was very important for me. And yeah, so always a yin and yang, both sides of the coin thing.
That's
and
amazing.
I thank you for that album and all the other shit too, but that
Yeah.
one in particular, like, left its impact in my life for real.
And to hear you kind of like articulate that vision for life is really powerful too. It's not just the album, but just to hear you say those words just now is like, to me,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's like the way you live your life, the taking care of the people that you love,
For sure.
just being a stand-up human being, not bullying people, just doing what's right in any given situation, like being taking that moral high ground is it's a good code, and it obviously leads to great success because
For sure.
you're fucking killing it. So
For
and
sure.
have
I
been
just
for a really long time.
I'm only killing it because the people allow me to kill it or help me kill it. Like, you know what I mean? You know, you're as in my world, in my mind, you're as good as the support you have.
Facts.
Like, you know what I mean? So
These guys right here support this store and everything that we're building here.
Beautiful.
I definitely know that I could not do it without their support and without the support of the entire staff and the entire community. Get one more time, just make some noise for yourselves, please, for coming out here and supporting this.
Make some noise for yourself, Stage One supporters.
Because this wouldn't be possible without all of y'all. You know what I mean? We came out, we got the license, we opened the store, we put it here, and y'all showed up. You know what I'm saying? And
That's fire.
We tried real hard to bring you guys the best weed that was available, and we continue to do that, and also try to bring you the best culture that is associated with cannabis.
Y'all ain't trying, y'all doing.
We doing it. We
y'all
doing it.
You
Yeah,
doing. You
yeah,
ain't trying.
Facts. Thank you for correcting me. We're
Yeah, you ain't
actually
trying.
bringing the culture.
You doing it.
We're doing it, and we're very proud to have come this far and to have you all here for our 2-year anniversary. Now we're gonna do Buddha Bars, which is another segment that we do every episode where Jay L.O.X spits. And just so you know, we got like 40 episodes. It was like a lofty dream of ours to have celebrities and people, you know, MCs of your caliber sitting here. But Jay was doing this without all that. He was spitting his bars every week, every time we did a show. And so now it's led to him having an opportunity to spit bars in front of some of his favorite MCs.
Beautiful.
So it's like, you know what I mean? It means
Throw it
a lot.
into the universe,
Bro.
it comes back, bro.
Yeah, it's
Real though.
meaningful.
And this, as he said, like this is definitely a moment for me. The Jada, when I rap for Jada, that was a moment. Like I grew up on y'all.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for how y'all killed shit. I'm so blessed and so grateful to even just be sitting here having a conversation with you, let alone, but to be able to spit this verse for you.
No doubt.
So without no further ado, I said, it's the weekend, but I'm smoking strong. You hear that smoke alarm? I probably just wrote a song. In the studio, they welcome me with open arms, but in the crib, I'm trimming weed. It look like I just mowed the lawn. Check the labs. Guarantee we see some mold is gone. No student glass, but I'm flipping like a floating bomb. Time to grab my yoga mat and throw it on the floor, because they told me if I don't promote it, then it won't perform. Made them wait to hear this ill shit, but Jason like a vape pen, this still lit. RapDillz do the edit so the clip will fit. When they scroll it, don't hold it, bet the click will click. I put intention in it, now they interested. Realize what I can do and been lit since. When I take off, everything I kick will flip. I don't skateboard, but my egocentric. Now my back against the wall and my fist like bricks. Dr. Dabber as a rapper, how I hit my switch. Concentrate and make him shatter, got him saying his rig. Tell him stop fucking playing with this. They be like, yo, Jay, why you rap about weed all the time? Because it's how we all connected. I'm just seeing the signs. My cannabinoid system, how I see the design. So many strains in my vision, think I'm legally blind. Seeking you fine. Ganja bringing peace to my mind. Samastiti with my hands, Kundalini, my spine. They ain't know the yin and yang had 3 different sides. I'm on a different level now. I'm using 3 different eyes. Breathing a line. Sometimes I need to remind. So I tap into my past life and previous times. Higher self help me separate my ego and mine, so the gangster and the gentleman can equally shine and grind.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was fucking
Make some noise.
bars.
Yeah.
That was a different
Let's go,
level,
baby.
cuz.
Let's go, baby. This is a
floated,
dream
man.
come
Fucking
true.
floated.
I ain't letting this go for
different
nothing. You
sides
feel
was
me?
crazy.
I ain't letting this go for nothing. Like
That was crazy,
I gotta
God.
spit for
I heard
the
you.
spitters.
I heard you.
Appreciate you. Good
I
looking
feel
out.
you too.
Good looking out.
Man.
With it, Jay.
Yes, yes.
Fuck.
That's all. Yo,
Yeah.
that right there just like made the
That was
whole
bars,
fucking
God.
day worth
Nah,
it.
that was
Yes.
bars, God.
Nah, appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Thank you.
Because yeah,
Yeah.
that's fucking
I
awesome.
don't just say that neither. I'm very rarely impressed.
yeah.
That was a good fucking.
That's what's up.
That was a good fucking verse,
He's one of
bro.
the best I know.
That was a good
yeah.
fucking verse, bro.
Incredible.
Yes,
The
yes.
kid told you yin and yang got 3 different sides. I think that went over a
They
lot
don't
of
even know about
heads.
that. You know what I'm saying?
I went
The
over a
line in the middle.
lot of
You
heads.
can't see it.
Yeah.
All right,
Word up.
so
Hell yeah.
it's about that time for us to wrap it up. The podcast is coming to an end, but we want to make some fucking noise for Styles P coming out and sharing this time with us.
Love is love. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. been a fucking pleasure.
Stage One podcast, Stoop the Store, Legacy to Legal. You know how we do. Thank you guys.
Facts. Stage, what on?
I be on that OG, tell you about the OG, piling up the roaches, got me feeling rosy.